All right. So let me know when you're ready. We'll kind of. Hey, how's it going? Wait. How about this? We'll start it now. Hey, how's it going, bro? Thanks for helping me out with our first podcast episode ever. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Arturo Gomez. I haven't started uploading anything yet, but I also go by Churro Beats here on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm just yeah.
Of course. You've been a big supporter of me for a while now. We're gonna have you once you start getting beats and videos up. You need to let me know, and we'll have you come back on again so you can plug. All right?
For sure. Thank you, man. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty excited. This will be the first episode. I'm gonna be trying to do this monthly, guys. So if you like content like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And if you want to have a chance to be featured on a podcast, you can hit up my Patreon. And of course, I offer extended benefits to people who like to benefit me. I don't know how to put that. We're just, you know what, guys? Let's just. I might just edit that part out. You know what, guys?
Hey,
I'm just gonna not get complicated.
Yeah, if you show love, you get love. That's
yeah,
how
exactly.
It is,
I kind of just, guys, when I need to hit up some people, I kind of go on the Patreon and post, be like, hey, anyone down to do something? And then that's kind of where I go first. But so Arturo, what made you want to get into music anyway?
Oh man, well honestly, I've have a very early story with music. I only was really interested in hip hop and rap whenever I was 16. A bunch of my friends used to listen to it, and I was really One Direction fan, an R&B, just kind of very song kind of person. And then I don't know, I just started listening to some Tupac and some classic hip hop, and I started getting into more of the history of it, and I was just wow, this is really cool. I'm interested in it, and I just started slowly falling more in love with it, and I just
hell yeah. That's pretty cool. Well, I know you and I have had a few classes and just sessions where we've been able to talk about music and stuff. I kind of don't want this to be an interview. I kind of want this just to be like a bro session. So let me go grab a beer, all right?
All right, sounds good.
This is not for kids. I'm drinking alcohol.
Get out of here, Copa.
I've been prepared for this my whole life. I've been training my whole life for this goddamn no kids thing. But now I just need a sponsor by Natty Light. Natty Light, if you want to sponsor me, I am all open. Hit me up with that email. I am drinking your guys' beer all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So what first brought you to my channel, man?
Oh, dude, so originally I saw this, I had a math class with this dude, and recently, I think it was one day, I was just looking at my Snapchat, and I looked that he was getting into FL Studio making music, and I saw that he had an Akai MPK, one of those little ones, the mini.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was just damn, and I saw his workflow, and honestly, I couldn't believe how easy it was for him to do it, and it gave me inspiration, and yo, I want to actually check it out. I want to do, what everyone else has been doing. I don't know. I was just kind of curious. And then I had trouble setting it up. You were the first person that brought up on YouTube. It was it had 300 thousand views, bro. It was just the most viewed one, and you were the most thorough. And it was just really just, I don't know, that you had a very inviting vibe. I was just damn, dude, he has he has anime shit in the back, I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can see that you're a dude that I would vibe with, and
hell yeah.
I was just so interested. Just started seeing your channel, and I was just I was trying to reach out, because a lot of these other YouTubers don't really ever respond or comment back, and if they do, they're yo, what's I'm busy, and it's well, I want to learn, and there's a lot of good content out there, but sometimes you just need a teacher, you need someone to guide you. You need someone who has been there before and's been in the rut, and also motivates you there,
That's kind of something we talked about when we first had a session, I remember, honestly, I remember your name being like Roxas420 or something. I
Yeah.
just remember somehow your name, I was like, okay, this kid's probably chill. And you actually approached me the right way. It's true, like, I get a lot of comments each day, and I always respond to them when I wake up, and I respond to them when I go to sleep, try and, be friendly as possible. Honestly, it's pretty fun. I get some people like, hey, you sound like a girl, right? And I'm like, oh, thanks, you too, or thanks, love ya. But you hit me up with, I forget if you reached out. No, you reached out via my teaching portal and you wanted a paid session. And the big difference is, like, I get a lot of people every day always being like, even my neighbors, like, I want to make a track, or like my old roommate, I want to make a track. My current roommate, I want to make a track. I get some guy, I need help with the MPK. Everyone needs help. But the thing is, you hit me up in the right way. You were like, hey, here's money. And it's not that I won't do things for free for friends, but if you're gonna try and get someone interested in you who already must have like a lot of things going on, the easiest way is to just have money. Is like, and it's not a lot, but like
Right.
preparedness meets opportunity. That's something you and I've talked about recently too.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. It's one of those things where if like you are really serious about perfecting your craft and like wanting to take this stuff and taking the next step, like of perfecting your craft or making your own sound, like you definitely want someone else like that you don't know, like I haven't, I never met you before. I reached out to you and I was just like, I wanted a chance to like tell you about me, and like, you listen to me, and like, it was cool because like after that we just started like, after a couple more sessions, we just started like vibing, and we just started like, hey man, like I really like what you've been doing. Like let's like, if you ever start working more and putting like my work out there, because I'm still kind of like in that stage where I don't want to like expose my work out there because it hurts. It's like creating your baby. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, of course. Well, criticism, especially if you're not used to it, can make you a little. It can be like, it can hit you hard or it can hit you soft. But if you're not used to it, it's understandable to be nervous about it, right?
Right. Yeah. And
I think a lot of people actually suffer with that too. How have you been able to deal? Like, well, I mean, I guess you haven't put much out yet, but you have. I've seen it on your Instagram. How did you, overcome that that mental block and be able to put that on your Instagram?
Well, it's just like kind of like finding the right vibe, like I've been making like after making like 10 beats, I find that like out of every 10 beat that I make, I like, at least 3 are like, good vibe and, groove songs where you can like, okay, like I can do that. So, it's like using the number where it's like right now I'm in a stage where it's like I have to, it's quantity over quality, where I can see how much I can put out and like see what elements I can take out of the good songs that I make, and then just kind of keep on, remaking it, because like I've been learning more about, layering melodies and like just the groove of the drums, and the rhythm. So
Yeah.
that's a big part, it's like,
Well, you've learned a lot, and like you definitely learned a lot quicker than I did. When I was learning this stuff, when I picked up FL Studio, so when I graduated high school at 18 years old, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to make something artistic because I had a big struggle back in the past. And a lot of people who know my channel know this. Like I was like, what makes us human? I couldn't justify the reason for humanity upon graduating 18. I had not found the reason why we deal with this rat race. Why do people go to the college? To make money, to support people that die, and to support themselves that die. I don't understand what this is all about. Why wouldn't I just cut the trigger short or something? I was like, there must be something that makes us human, and my opinion was it's art, because art isn't logical, is it, right?
Right.
When you think about art, does it actually give you, like, without money, if humans were robots or just completely emotionless, like I was in high school, like, there's no reason for art. It doesn't benefit you. But there must be a reason that I love it, and there must be a reason that other people love it, right?
Right. No, yeah. Like art is just so like subjective and so like it's so innocent, like almost, where it's like anyone can take it and run with it.
Well, it can be very raw, I think, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It can be like it, and honestly, like it doesn't. I mean, like I don't know. I had a lot of like tendencies to be very, very cruel when I was younger, and I still do. But like, I've learned to become more humane. I've also like, if you guys want to know my story, go watch the video. I'll put it in the description. But I mean, like I think art is beautiful for that reason, and it doesn't have to always be beautiful art. Art tells a story, and I don't know. I think that's what music pulled me to, I guess, was just like, I don't know. I'm a pretty shaky-handed guy. I can't draw, bro.
No, I feel. No, like.
But I did get this electric tablet. Check this out. I'm gonna start a drunk Bible series soon. Actually,
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna be reading all the Bible drunk, and I'm gonna also illustrate it drunk.
Hell yeah. What kind of does it come with software too?
I just use it with Photoshop.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this I got for like $20 or $30. It's I guess if like people can't see it, so it's a Huion. I don't know. It's like straight up from China, bro. But if you ever want to get into illustration or you need something, let me know and I'll send you the Amazon link. Hey guys, link for this graphics tablet is in the description. It was like $20 or $30. It's pressure sensitive. Works with Photoshop and everything.
Dude, hell yeah, bro. Dude.
Yeah, dude. So what you got planned this Christmas, man? We're coming up on Christmas. I got a shit ton of things. This is gonna be actually my fourth content recording in the week. So I've already done the Akai Fire. I've done the MPK. I did actually, so my only patron, her name is Ash, and she does some of the animations or illustrations for some of my channels. And she's a pretty nice girl. I met her at a convention. Nice. I gave her some alcohol and some Xanax. And then I ran away.
Just take it. Have fun with it.
Yeah, we just stayed. Well, I was just like, hey, we're waiting in like a line for 20 minutes, like to get into this rave. And I was like, hey, you're behind me. Do you like alcohol? And she was like, yeah. I was like, here you go. So now, I did we played Stardew Valley for an hour. That's going to be an episode. I'm going to probably cut it down to 15 minutes. So I think I'm going to start doing patron things where I play games or something with my patrons every once in a while. Though you're more than the patron, so I might you might have to play a game with me sometime.
Hell yeah. That'll be dope.
Dude, what do you think? I wanted to talk about this on this episode because I wanted to have something that I could clickbait the title with. Okay. What do you think about Kanye West's new album?
Bro,
I love it.
I think it's pretty good. There's some tracks like I think it's Follow Him, like with his dad and he's at the ranch. Like, dude, that hits.
That's the one with the video, right?
Yeah, that hits really hard. Yeah, like I love the car that he's in. Like that's kind of like just the comments in that video is like super funny. But like. Yeah, I mean, like, there's some tracks that slap, and I think it's, like, a different side of Kanye. Like, a Kanye that's, like, always been there, but, like, everyone feels like, everyone's trying to compare him to, like, what he was 10 years ago. And it's like, dude, like, no one's
You're
like
right. That. You know what's funny is a lot of people are like, oh, now he like, why didn't he like a Christian before? And I don't think it's as much as that, but he even actually references, and I did some research upon this so I could counter argument anyone who doesn't actually know his discography. It was I think it was The Life of Pablo, or maybe it was like the one where it was like The Throne. One of these songs he actually says, and this was before the whole like I'm loud Christian.
Yeah.
He mentions that. He says in the lyrics, I'm a God, but I have a God. It's something like that. It's like, I'm a God, but a God made me. And he references that it's actually like his Jesus Christ. So like, he's apparently been this for a while. And we all know he's had like mental illnesses and diseases, right?
Right. No, yeah.
I have too. So I sympathize with that a lot. But it's very cool because I think he's finally finding some stability in his life with his wife, with his kids, and like I'm not like a super hardcore Christian. I mean, like, I'm a spiritual agnostic theist. Like, I think like I'm like all with my boy Jesus and like it's good, but I'm not gonna like say you're a bad person if you ain't vibing with Jesus.
Right.
One of my roommates is a Wiccan and we're like best friends. Like, I ain't judging no one. You know, I got like meth manufacturers who are like friends too. I don't do meth, but you know, you gotta love everyone. That's what.
No,
So
yeah, it's just the struggle that like everyone's in, and everyone has a different struggle. And honestly,
Yeah.
I sympathize with like Kanye a lot, bro. Like, I mean, like this dude, he went through a car crash that was supposed to kill him at the age of 25. Like, now he's in a public.
Hey, I did too.
Like, dude, I mean, it's just like, what? Really?
Dude, yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
I did. I was in a car accident on the freeway with my buddy who he fell asleep at the wheel. We were both drunk, and we crashed into a median at 65 miles per hour. I just remember time slowing down, and I was like in my seat like, well, I know drunk people don't ever get hurt because all the sober people do. So let me just relax. And then I was like, God, is it finally my time? Nope. And I was like, well, you're keeping me here for some reason. I'm just going to work hard now, boy. Let's get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like we both walked out like, what the fuck just happened?
Holy shit, dog. I mean, those are some good seatbelts. I mean, did you have the seatbelt on?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I always have the seatbelt on. I am not about to fly through a window.
Okay, damn.
Bro, the only person I trust fully in a car is myself. Like, I've never been in a car accident, ever.
Really?
And I used to be a chauffeur.
Where, like, from, like, for a hotel or something, or, like...
Nah, for a I was a private chauffeur for a $40 million CFO, or a CFO of a $40 million steel manufacturing company. I drove her from her... Yeah, I lived in the house, actually. She was, too old, but she needed to be there for, like, politics and the company reason. But she was on too many drugs in the morning to, like, ever, like... You know, like old women drugs, like like pain pills and Xanax, like and opiates and like benzos. So she got into a car accident, and they were like, "Look, you need a chauffeur if you're gonna stick with us." And the son, who was a big pothead, and actually I was living with him. We were smoking a lot of weed, but I wasn't at the time anymore because I had to stop. He was like, "Hey, do you want to? Like, I know you hate your job at Staples. Do you want to be a chauffeur?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." So I would wake up, drive her an hour and a half one way, drive an hour and a half back home, take a nap, drive an hour and a half to go get her, come back, and like I drove it. It was like a freaking sick ass. What the hell was the car? It was like an Infinity or something, dude. I was blasting music all the time, dude. Yeah, she had a nice car. They had a 3-floor house, bro. It was crazy.
Damn, bro. I mean, holy shit.
Never been in an accident though, ever.
Damn. Except for like, and 2005 shit,
Yeah, well, I'm driving. I've never been in an accident.
Oh, okay. Your friend was driving.
And I've driven, yeah, it was my buddy who was driving. And I've driven, and kids, don't do this. Don't drunk drive. But I've driven drunk, high, sober, and while on acid. And, like, I still, like, it's kind of like playing League of Legends. You just got to be aware of everything around you all the time and be defensive. It's not hard to be a good driver.
For sure. And I mean, like, it's all about staying in the lanes and, like, I don't know, just like...
Oh, yeah, we got on this. So Kanye died?
Oh, yeah.
No, Kanye was in a car accident.
No. Yeah, he was in a car accident. He got into, like, a coma, which, like, literally, like, he wasn't supposed to be, like, getting out of. And, like, then he was just, like, slowly but surely making, himself, like, a name in music. 2010 comes around, like, redefines, like, everything. And, like, he has, like, a, super high, like, spotlight. I don't know. It's just, like...
Did you watch that video on YouTube, how Kanye helped define the 2010s?
Yeah.
I just watched that YouTube video yesterday, and I was like, yeah, that was he really did, though. Like, I mean, I've always liked Kanye because he's been outspoken. Like, I don't know. I like people who aren't afraid to offend the snowflakes.
Right.
My sister is very much a snowflake. Like, I don't even care if she watches this. Like, you bring up, like, I think I talked to you about these the other day. You bring up anything. You bring up Trump. You bring up Kanye. You bring up anything, and she's like, ah! Oh, yeah. And, like, people, like, are really cautious to offend people nowadays. But the problem is, like, these people that are getting offended should be okay with opinions. It's okay. Like, I am okay with your opinion to think that, like, this is reality, and you should be okay that I have an opinion that like, I don't agree. I don't know. People like, yeah, you don't have how can people only have two genders? Like, I'm like, I don't believe that people do or don't, but I see people like, I see two totally different sides of the argument. I see a Ben Shapiro, which I also love him. I love Ben Shapiro. I think he's fantastic. And then I see like Caitlyn Jenner. And the problem is everyone has to pick a side when there doesn't need to be a side. They're just, the people like, it takes all kinds to make the world go around, man. It kind of takes all kinds to make the world entertaining, in my opinion.
Seriously.
Without it, it'd be fucking boring, bro.
Bro, so what do you think about Kanye's like new album?
Oh, I love it. So like I said, like I'm not like the guy who's like, look, I'm a Christian. But if someone hits me up and asks me like, yo, what do you think about the Bible? I'll be like, oh, yo, I think JC's pretty cool, man. That's my boy. And then like, I remember one night, dude, like I had this guy. Okay, so I like Kanye's album. My favorite song is God Is on that one. And the next one I like is the Closed on Sunday. Closed on Sunday. Closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I'm already tripping after that shit. But like some of the lyrics I like where he's like, what if you got daughters? Make sure to keep them safe. Watch out for vipers. Make sure they don't indoctrinate. Or something like that. I'm like, I like that. He's been like heavy against commercialism, which I think is cool. I think we need a lot of that. I don't know. I'm not saying Kanye is a genius. I mean, I personally think he's a genius, but I'm also not a good, like, people shouldn't ask me my opinions. My opinions aren't good.
I feel. No, dude.
So, like,
there's also, like, another song. I mean, it's not by Kanye, but, like, if you ever get a chance to listen to it.
Is it by Chance the Rapper?
Chance the Rapper, yeah, dude. I like his, shoot, I forgot. It's the one... I forget that song, but like I fuck with Chance the Rapper. But have you ever listened to Absol?
Absol?
Yeah.
Like ABSOL?
Yeah.
No.
No, wait. ABSOUL.
I just thought Absol. When you said Absol, I was thinking of the Pokemon.
Oh, okay. I feel. No, dude. Like, there's a new song called "Flick It Up," and like it's
Flick It Up.
Yeah, it's a really dope song.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude, hell yeah, dude. Okay, send that in the message. I'll check that out later. But yeah, like, it's funny. So like one time, like, look, okay, everyone knows like in the stories Jesus was hanging out with prostitutes and thieves and stuff. There's no need to hang. And like, it's funny because all the religious people would get pissed at him and call him a drunkard and a glutton, which crazy because like, oh, thanks for the message.
Yeah.
So one time, like, I'm hanging out, I'm at my girlfriend's and one of our roommates actually we're living together, and our roommates invites this guy. He comes over. He's like, Caleb, you remember me? I was like, no. He was like, you cursed me out on Facebook because I was talking to your girlfriend. I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry about that, bro. I was probably drunk. And he was like, no, I was good. You want to hang? And I was like, yeah, dude. And he like popped open this flip thing full of white powder. And I was like, yeah, dude. So like back then, I was just kind of like down for anything because I was really depressed. And we sat outside on our porch talking for about like 6 hours about like Jesus and the Bible while doing cocaine. We did so much cocaine that both of our noses were bleeding.
Holy shit!
And I don't usually do that stuff. Like normally I'm just like a drinker. But back then I was like, all right. I mean, if there's some stuff here that's gonna make me feel funny, but it's so funny because we've been talking about like where it came from, Bible, our Christianity and stuff. But like the thing is, like, I feel like religion is so sensitive. Back to snowflakes and all these people that like are just like, man, there's not enough love going around for everyone. You never know who you're gonna meet. You shouldn't judge them right off the case because they might be a nice guy or a nice girl just because like they believe in one thing doesn't mean that they're a bad or a good person. You can judge that later,
Right. No, I mean, and people are too quick to judge nowadays, like, and will often dig shit from your past just so they can like try to compare. Yeah, and it's like,
I hope one day this fucking first podcast gets pulled up. People being like, oh, and I'm just like, what? Wait, let me take a sip of this fucking shot before I answer your question. I don't know. I feel like if you can't live loud, why put yourself... I mean, social media, you can pretend to be someone else, right?
Right.
But, like, the funny thing is, I don't think that's like fun for me. Like, I love showing people that like I'm just like fuck it, or just like drinking, or like I'm just like, look, I love everyone, but I also think we got a lot of pussies going on right now. I also think we got a little snowflakes out there. Like I ain't afraid to say things, and I think as we grow up a little more, you know how in like 5 years ago the valued trait was a sensitivity, right?
Yeah.
I think soon it's gonna kind of be the case, and like where that sensitivity is gonna be so overwhelming that like being outspoken is going to be a valued entertainment trait. Do you remember Leafy is here from like a while ago?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like 2016. Like.
Yeah.
Oh my
like
gosh.
I don't think to that extreme where it's going to be valued. I would say more like Jamari Speaks is like a YouTuber who talks about like stuff, and I kind of agree. He makes a lot of jokes about people who are idiots, but he's also like, look, big love for everyone, and like, what do you guys think about things? You know, it's not always the way I say. Leafy was kind of the beginning on YouTube for that like edgy commentary stuff, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know.
And then YouTube was like, fuck that, it's all children, and now a lot of people are about to start changing their content because of that Copa, bro.
Bro, Leafy might come back, bro.
Yeah, I did that. He's got a lot of money. I remember catching an interview, like kind of a low-key interview, and he like invested a lot of his money into some smart stuff, apparently, and he's like set for life. He's like, dude, I don't even want to make videos again. Like, I think he's just fucking chilling. He's probably smoking weed every day.
Dude, for real.
I know he's pretty obvious about that.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, oh man, I remember his come up was so crazy. Like,
it was.
And then Grade A, Under A, and like some other YouTubers are like trying to like just like, I don't know, backstab like Keemstar and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he had a beef with Keemstar. The funny thing is, Keemstar still make it. Yeah, to be honest though, one thing that I did like about Leafy is I got introduced to H3H3 through him.
Seriously.
I got introduced when they had their beef, but then I went and watched H3 videos and I was like, bro, this guy's pretty funny. I like Leafy and H3. I don't have to, again, like I say, you don't have to choose a side.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just like
this
what you
world
like.
isn't made by sides, bro. This world is round. There's no sides on this world.
People just like to categorize people and like just put people in boxes, and that's the worst. Like,
well, the thing is, I think it's a defensive thing. I think nowadays, with all this like information going on, I think the internet's beautiful, and I love everything that's going on right now. But you know, a lot of people choose to not really inform themselves, so they have to be hyper defensive because they feel if they don't, they'll be attacked. You know, there is people like Ben Shapiro out there. There's people like me out there who choose to constantly. I'm putting myself on a pedestal here. But there's people who choose to constantly inform themselves, and these people are afraid. You know, if you your identity is so locked into something, what happens when someone attacks that? Yo, if you got to do something, you're more than I can edit.
Oh no, okay, I feel no, nothing. My mom just came in. That's all.
Oh, hi, hola, mama.
Caleb dice hola.
Hola.
Hola. Hola, mama. Tú es looking muy bonita today.
Te ves muy bonita. Gracias. She says gracias. Well, I don't know. Okay, so.
Hey, gracias, Dio pollo con tortilla.
I'll have to tell her that.
I used to say that one in the kitchen a lot when I worked at Kabuto. Yeah, I worked with like a lot of people who spoke Spanish, and it was great because they were teaching me all type of things like
awesome.
puta madre and like all this crazy like cursing stuff. And then like the wife of one of the chefs was like, "Oh, Caleb, you good boy. You need to learn some good stuff." Okay, ready? Gracias, Dio, por otro tortillas or something. I was like, "Gracias, Dio, pollo con tortilla," and then like her husband halfway across the like kitchen is just like, he's just laughing his ass off.
That's seriously like a great like nursery rhyme though. Like that's awesome. That's a good saying though.
He was just like, gracias, or thank you, Lord, for the chicken and tortilla.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's right. Oh man.
Oh man.
Dude, what were we even talking about? Something. It don't matter.
It don't matter, for real.
Yeah, snowflakes and stuff, man. You don't gotta choose a side. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope people hate me, but man, it's just,
I
man,
hope people
whatever.
hate me.
I hope people hate me one day. I hope one day I can be a bad guy, but with a good heart.
For
I
real.
want to help a lot of people.
I mean, there's a saying where it's like, in order to get beloved, you first have to be hated. You have to win the people
Yeah,
over.
dude.
And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like I feel there is a lot of like contradicting. Like people will get like on super defensive, and I just like it's important to just have a conversation.
I think it's important that a lot of people need to develop just the listening skill without active responses, at least until someone else is fully heard. I feel like all we do is cut people off nowadays. We only we only look at the title on the Instagram post, and the person that probably posted that didn't even research. We only look at the first, and we only listen to the first few sentences. We only look at the first few sentences, and already our opinions are slapped on our shield and up. And it stops one of the most defining characteristics of humanity, which is communication.
Yeah, and for real.
That's like probably the one thing we have that every other animal doesn't have. They have communication, but it seems to be like mostly like it's primitive. It's very, we have the ability to talk about things that don't just relate to survival.
Seriously.
And I think if we could develop that, like if a lot more people could, start to develop that skill, we'd have a lot more understandings, a lot less misunderstandings, which lead to, dangerous things or, situations or just, people being offended. There is not always a reason to be offended just because you can be. Why be offended? Why take all the energy to do that when you can actually just like have a conversation with someone and maybe even convince them to think the way you do? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
If that's your goal, the best way to do it is to not be a dick.
And that takes patience, and it's a skill that you need to like carefully develop because like
I think that's a skill people need to develop with alcohol. Let me go grab another beer. So like basically like I used to be a heavy liquor, alcohol guy. A lot of people would ask, like, why do you drink so much? And I'd be like, because I have to talk to you guys. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, well, it's actually more because I have to be quiet and listen to you guys. But the thing is, like, eventually I developed that just to be a skill that I wanted, and it was great. But a lot of people just never took the time to do it. I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah.
Humanity's kind of crazy, but, it's okay, because we can be the hope for humanity.
For real. And like something like a beer is like a social like lubricant, and like it helps you relax and like be more open to ideas.
Oh hell yeah! Don't even get me started. I got these anime conventions I go to with plenty of social lubricant, dude, and I make a lot of friends. Oh my gosh! Well, I'm actually excited. I have that Ash girl I told you about, that patron. She's actually going to be animating illustrating like the background. Like Super Mega Podcast. They're some of my favorite people. Super Mega, I love them. And they have a podcast that they do, I think it's weekly. And their background it's just like two guys and like the characters blink once in a while. One of them's holding a smoke or something. But like she's going to be animating the background for this podcast. So shout outs to Ash and my Patreon for that. Man. So I don't know. Let's hop back into like music a little bit. What's your DAW of choice? Your digital audio workshop of choice, my friend?
FL Studio. It was just like something that I was always like shout out to Genius because bro, like that's honestly like how I kind of really like started getting really into FL Studio. I don't know, because like I saw Nick Mira, Metro Boomin, just a whole bunch of other people.
Metro Boomin, hell yeah, dude, I love Metro Boomin.
And I saw you, like honestly, like there were so many people like who just had FL Studio, so I was just like, many of the tutorials on YouTube were there, so I was just like, I'm gonna just get all this free knowledge,
Well, it's shout out to ImageLine kind of on that one. Like when you own the studio, you have free updates for life. There's not a lot of digital audio workshops that do that. And a lot of people get intimidated when they see FL Studio because it's very gray and there's a lot of knobs, but not a lot of things explaining it, right?
No, yeah, for real. And honestly, like my musical journey starts like the beginning of this year because that's when I bought like FL Studio like producer edition. It was like,
Man, you remind me of
yeah, it
me.
was January, and bro, like, I was just like super confused. It was super overwhelming. I honestly didn't even really touch it because I was just like, I was getting so
You
mad.
open it and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go watch some YouTube videos, and then I'm
Yes.
like, all right, I'm just watching YouTube videos now, and it's just like you kind of get like in a slump, kind of like, you know.
Yeah, eventually you get to the point where it's easy to like relax and convince yourself you're learning, but you're not applying.
Right, yeah, and that's where I was at for a couple of days, and and it was just like the realization where it's like, all right, well, I guess I can't see what I can do or what I can accomplish if I don't apply it, and it's constantly telling yourself that because you want to be the student, you want to be like, oh, I'm learning, but then like like a teacher kind of calls you out on the
when you
bullshit.
gotta act.
Yeah, like
you gotta put in the report. You gotta like. You gotta like, you don't have to back things up. What you gotta do is you gotta, you say you wanna learn. Now show me what you can do with what you learned. And you're nervous. You're like, well, I've never done it before. What if it's bad? It's like, bro, it's hard because like someone like me can say, it doesn't matter if it's bad, but I've been through that. Where someone like you, that's a very fresh and real experience, especially for any new artist. I know a lot of people who draw that don't want to show their sketchbooks to people, and it's understandable to be self-conscious about your art because it's an extension of who you are.
For real. And honestly, it was one of those I'll give you an example because like you were saying before I was posting those like beats up to my Instagram. I was also posting them to my Snapchat. And like, a couple of people like swiped up. They're like, bro, this sounds heat. But then there would be some people, I remember there was this one beat where it's like someone swiped up, they're like, change that metal sounding guitar, that shit sounds gay. And I was like and I was just like, all right, man, sounds good. And I was
Thanks
just
for
like,
the feedback, bro.
dude, like, what the fuck, like, but then, like, I find out that waves are like emotions are just like waves. They come and go. And like, that pissed me off because I was just like, dude, you didn't even fucking know what I've been through, Like you don't even know what I've been through with this beat. But it's just like, hey, like, it does, whatever, I can't please everybody.
Take it as a statistic, bro. What I do with the people that don't like specific things, and this is kind of like borderline, like putting people into like herds, but like honestly, like music's a statistic, bro. I've put some tracks out on Spotify, iTunes. I'm actually I'll talk more about Ignite in a second because that's actually going to get featured on a huge channel soon. I just talked to the person, but I made a lot of things, and I tell you, like, even like guys are like me, I pay for specific services. I pay for feedback from professionals. I pay for advice. Sometimes I pay for a trumpet artist or an artist to hop on the track. And, as a producer, I do that. But I've put out songs before release to probably every song I release, I probably pitch to 30 plus or more influencers with Spotify playlists or YouTube playlists, etc. And I make sure I get their feedback. One of them can be like, this is hit potential. But the other one's like, yo, the bass is too loud and I hate the voice. The beauty is art is so subjective, and you can kind of like figure out some demographics at that point. There's going to be some people that don't like a certain thing, and you know what? You don't have to have something that everyone's going to like. I don't think there is a piece of art that everyone likes. I don't even think everyone likes the Mona Lisa. And that's got to be the most loved art I can think of. But there's got to be someone out there who's like, nah, that thing's fucking overrated. They're probably like an artist snob. But you know what? They don't like it. Yeah,
different strokes for different folks,
Dude, oh my god, it's so funny. I was watching Haikyuu earlier, the anime dubbed, and one of the characters said that, and then my buddy who was watching it with me was like, stroke. And I was like, nice, dude. Strokes. Yeah, but it's true. I mean, honestly, like I think, and that goes back to one of the videos I made. It really, if you're making art, don't make it for others. Make it for yourself. Like,
no, and
because then it doesn't matter what feedback you get, man.
That's honestly, like to go back, like that's how I would answer my question. It's like that's how I would get over that. It's like I finally stopped fucking thinking about, oh my gosh, like what other people would think. I just started like finding my own groove. And sometimes like I couldn't even find my groove. I would just have to fucking put some shit down on a piece of paper or like FL Studio, and then like figure out from there. But it's all about just putting ideas and making different storylines. And part of what helped me was thinking about making a folder and saying, all right, this is going to be a folder build up of like melody phrases. So I started thinking about chords that told the story or a different emotion at that particular time.
Like that.
And then it would just be like, all right, well, I'm just going to do that, put all these ideas into that folder, go back to them, and then like add to it,
Dude, I mean, you're thinking really creative. Honestly, so I'll tell you, like, and something you ask me a lot is like, how did you develop this or how is this? But we also talked about the other day that like the more you learn, the farther you set your goal, right? And it's just like there's so much more to run. But you're like, man, like you start to realize like, man, the production on this song, I'm never gonna learn how to mix, master, produce vocals. I thought it was just gonna be easy. I thought I was gonna buy FL Studio, and I thought I was gonna be the next beat maker, right? But the thing is, you inform yourself, and suddenly, like, sometimes it can seem overwhelming. The problem is, like, it shouldn't ever be because you already accomplished your goal. That's where stubbornness is one thing for me that's just really great that I can work with all the time. And eventually you're gonna get to the point when those people tell you like, yo, that shit sounds gay. Like, okay, I'll tell you, when you make your first dollar off music, you can immediately tell 99% of the population, well, did you make money making music? If you want to beef with them. You don't have to beef with them, but nowadays, if anyone tells me anything, which they don't, I can just be like, well, have you made money? But I don't ever beef with them. But like I've done that before. Like some guy's been like, man, it's trash. I've been like, yeah, so how much money did you make? And he was like, what? You make money making music? And I was like, all right, bro, this conversation's over, man. Here's my card. Hit me up. And, I taught him some stuff. But, like, it's just, like, eventually you can get to the point where you'll be a little more confident. But it's true. The more I know, like, I'm looking down the road. Like, I want to be the next, like, I want to be the next, another one. Who's that motherfucker? Who's that? Yeah, I want to be him, and I want to be Kanye. And I'm already 29, and I'm sitting here like, man, these guys were doing this stuff this early. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I shouldn't compare myself to others. What I should be doing is like what they are. They are heroes to me. I should be using them as inspiration, not as something to compare myself to. I need to be happy with the things I've accomplished every year, every track I make. I need to be like, dude, if I was 18, if I could go back and tell myself when I was 18 that buying FL Studio was the best investment I could have ever made, I wouldn't have believed it. Like I never thought I would have like people I could talk to, influence. Like there's not even influence. It's just like being able to create such pieces that I do. And the thing is, like, if I went back to the 18-year-old me, and if I could tell him, I would say, motherfucker, who are you? You're crazy. I don't even know what music is right now. I'm buying this. Or maybe I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe if I was 18, maybe I was confident. And I'd be like, yeah, I know I will. Thanks for letting me know. I mean, it's crazy. Think about that. Think about where you can be 5 years from now. You don't have to be Metro Boomin. You need to be the best you that you can be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You don't want to be someone else, but you want to be able to say that they're your inspirations. You want to be the best you, because you know what? There's going to be people looking up to you one day too.
Yeah, for real. And that's like a crazy deep thought, you know what I'm saying? Like I haven't even like, I don't even look at myself as a leader because like I don't feel like I can lead enough people, but like I want to say, it's like, you're not making me say this or whatever, but like, having someone like you paying for your sessions definitely like helps all tremendous, because it's like
you definitely learned a lot faster than I did, buddy.
You learn so much, and like someone who's been doing it for like so many years, like you can actually offer, like you're at a point where it's like, okay, I can offer this to you, and it's just like, it's just like a short little step where it's like, okay, you can like start you can start like building yourself up. And
dude, you've been making beats, and that's what I like. Like, I don't think like, okay, if it wasn't for me, you would have found someone else. But the thing is, it wasn't me. It was your active. It was you taking initiative, which is why where you are now. It didn't need to be me, but because of the initiative you took, you are now where you are. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people say, I'm going to do this, or my dream is this. And this is something Oliver Tree says that I like. He's like, if you want to do something, stop sitting on the fucking sidelines and get out in the game, bro. Like, you're not going to do it by sitting on the fucking sidelines. And that's 100% true. And money, let's not look at it as a currency, but let's look at it as a tool. And for even more so, let's look at it what a lot of the business investors I've talked to look at it as. It's not even as much a tool as it is as leverage. You're using money. You were smart enough to use the tool you had to leverage your situation. It took initiative and leveraging, and now, look, you're making beats. This is way quicker than where I was. So I would say a lot of people need to learn to act on their dreams, to take the initiative. It can do a lot. Whether that means you need to go get a job to get the money, whether that means you had the money or whether that means you just need to like wake up today and just like, take care of yourself. Initiative can do a lot to like help make reality, to help shape your own reality.
For real. And like, it's just like, and on that too, it's like, I this past month, I was just like going super hard on music, and I talked to Caleb like earlier in September, like around like the 3rd of September, and I told him I didn't have a job, but like and it was just something that I never expected, because like this dude, like didn't really have to look out for me, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, you should really kind of like get a job, just because like it keeps your mama happy, it keeps like, it keeps you like open to opportunity in the future, which was like a good like, kind of like, okay, like this dude's not even like, this dude's like looking out for my music and for my back, like it's like, it's not just like, all right, he's just doing it for the money, like, all right, I'm teaching you and like get out. It was just like, you took the time, and it was really cool. I appreciate it a lot.
I mean, it's something, look, like I'm not the wisest man, but I remember being in situations, and to be honest, man, like, I still learn from some of my older bros, and we kind of make our own gang, right? We surround ourselves with the people we want to be like, right?
Right.
And, got this one guy. He's the one who actually hooked me up with that mom chauffeur job, and he is someone who helped me learn to begin to love myself. And he would tell me a lot, like, Caleb, you have a lot of potential. I'm gonna give you a computer. I'm gonna let you make some music. I'm gonna like, Caleb, I think you can do this. I think you can do this one day. And I never really accomplished anything personally while I was under him because I was lazy, because I had that buffer. But he taught me to believe in myself, and that in turn taught me to invest in myself, even so much to the point where I would tell, my family, sorry guys, I like why can't you go do this? Why can't you go do that? You're not busy. You're just on your computer. Guys, I'm learning something. Like, now these same family members who told me I was wasting my time are now coming back to me being like, wow, Caleb, this is amazing. And they're trying to offer me advice. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I love that you guys are showing interest in me. It means you guys have it means I've done my goal of showing you guys wrong. And I want you guys to know I love you. Like, I listen. It's like we talk. Like, you can listen, take notes, but it doesn't mean you really have to, it's just, it's really interesting to go from that to the next point. And he's still to this day, he's still, his name is Apotham. I'm not going to give anything else other than that. He still is a guy that I very much look up to. He's very kind and compassionate. He's super anxious as hell. He needs to, he needs to smoke more weed and get on some Xanax. But like, he is also like my big brother, and I am not one that takes kindly to authority. But like, I'd say like he's definitely like a big influence of my life and like how I've become what I am today. And he's definitely someone when I'm rich that I plan to pay back like tenfold. Like I'm giving him like $50,000, being like, bro, like I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. So I want you to know that this is how much I appreciate you. I know money isn't the way you show people appreciation, but really, this is just so you know, like that, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, for real. I mean, and it's just like your day ones, you know, you kind of have to give back because like, you know that they've been with you in the struggle. And like, I mean, whoever says like $50,000 is
we didn't have much of a struggle though. His mom was pretty rich, and we smoked a lot of goddamn weed, bro. We smoked a lot of weed. I'm talking like grams a day. We smoked like 3 blunts a day and then hit the glass, too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. No, I mean, like, that's... hell yeah. I mean,
but dude, you're right. Your day ones are important. Well, it's not like your day, but it's your brothers, man. Though, like, brothership goes deeper than blood, in my opinion. As someone who's half adopted, like, family is deeper than blood. Because sometimes the quickest people to, like, turn their back on you is family, man.
For real. Honestly.
Not always the case, but in my experience, sometimes family is the quickest ones to turn their back on you. I have family with bipolar, and oh my God, I can't tell you, like, one week, one of my mothers was like, fuck you, Caleb, you're horrible, you're taking it. The next, like, week, she's like, oh, Caleb, like, oh, this, like, oh, you're doing great. And I'm just like, bruh. Like, you know, some family are like, we'll do everything for you except take care of you when you're homeless. Like, I've had that happen, too. I've had, like, one of my dads be like, well, I know you're homeless, but if you need anything else, let me know. And I'm like, bruh. So,
damn.
Bruh. Your family really is your investment with people. I think if you have a good family, anyone who has a good family, don't turn your back on them. Like, invest yourself in them.
Right.
But for someone like me, what the example is here, an illustration is that you will meet those people out there, your day ones, your brothers that are deeper than blood because of your connection or what you've been through. You know, I guarantee you a bunch of the boys in the military will say they have a deeper bond with their partners there than they do with half of their family.
For real, no, seriously, like that's one of the things that you get whenever you like that's one of the things you expect whenever you go into the military. Brotherhood.
Yeah. I think brotherhood, and it could be sisterhood too, but like brotherhood is like a thing that I don't know. I'm lucky to have been where I have been and where I've been. I'm lucky to have been in the lows and the highs, and I'm blessed to be able to develop my own family around everything that I'm doing with my life. Like I said, like you're one of my bros. Like I'd consider you a brother. I would consider like you. I got your back. I know you got my back, and like stuff like that. I got one guy I got coming over all the time named Chris, who I met. Like he's in college right now. I'm tutoring him and helping him stay motivated because he's fully adopted. He relates to me because I'm half adopted, and he's like getting straight A's now. And this is a guy who you know, was not an academic achiever at all through his life.
That's cool.
But he's been coming back here he's actually on a lot of my songs. His name is Chris Elliott.
Oh.
And yeah, that's the guy. And he comes around every weekday. He wakes up, I wake him up, he's studying. Next time we're on break, we're making the next track. And you know, I can see he's accomplishing a lot, and I'm like, so it gets me motivated, and like he's here being like, damn, Caleb, like I feel like the older brother that guy I'm talking about Apotham was to me. And it's valuable to help your brothers develop. You want them to develop, and you want to develop, and it's good to have that crew around you, your goons around you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. No, yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? What is your experience with like social interactions? Mine is very different. Like I mean, everyone knows this, but like I'm borderline. I'm not a sociopath and I'm not a psychopath, but I forget what it's called. I mean, I just have like bipolar and like depression, but that stuff's medicated. But there is like one like mental thing that I have which makes me disconnect from people, but the thing is, like, I've always valued very specific people. What's your opinion about, like, your goons, your crew, how you develop a friend circle?
Well, it's that's an interesting question. I do think that over time I feel like I've developed some trust issues. I'm 19, by the way. And I'm about to turn 20 like in 18 days. December 20th, or 16 days.
Hey, my boy.
Yeah, and
happy birthday in the comments, bitches. I don't know when this video's out, but give him some love.
But it's
you can put your comment in the description if you want some followers.
For sure.
Not the comment in the description. Comment, make your comment thing, and I'll make sure it's pinned.
And bro, like, I think I've just like developed some trust issues. Like, my like the crew that I would hang around with, like most of them have like girlfriends and not living in like the same neighborhood anymore. Like, I don't have a car, and like they know that. And it's just like, I feel like, they don't really have, I try to hit them up sometimes.
They're on some different shit right now.
They're on some different shit. And I feel like they're trying to get their life together too. And it's just like, whatever. But like,
people have different aspirations, bro. A lot of my friends are married now too, but like, I don't even have that anywhere in sight. If I was married, I probably wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things I'm doing. Some people have different goals. For real.
And I think that, like, that's where I'm at, where it's like all my old friends are like on some new shit, and I'm trying to develop a new
You live in a small town, don't you?
I do. It's like,
man, I wish you lived like somewhere around here, bro.
I mean,
yo, if you want to get a job, I don't know, my apartment's expensive. I don't think you could afford to live in one of these bedrooms. These things cost like $650 or $700 a month.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to get a job, you can move into that one in June when we kick the roommates out. But never mind. I'm not gonna put that responsibility on you.
I mean that would be really awesome. I would totally want to. Let me save up some money, and like over the summer I'll hit you up.
Well, if you decide that you want to work a full-time job,
I do. Like, I'll do the grind, honestly, and make the beats. And I need people.
Nice. That's what I do every day, bro.
I just need people like you who like music, who do shit like this, but like,
I think being around people that push you is the best thing someone can do for themselves.
And bro, I'll definitely take. I'll think about that offer, honestly, because like it's a fucking dead ass town, bro. I live in Kansas City, where like Tech 9, like supposedly, like
Tech 9.
Yeah, but it's just like, bro, like everyone's here so greedy, like no one like
small towns be like that, bro. I lived in small towns, man, but I just can't. It's too much drama in a small town.
Seriously,
everyone knows everyone,
dude. Exactly.
It's like family politics all the time. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I have to go pee, and then we're gonna continue this.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, me too. I'll go pee.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna. Hey, what up, boy?
Boy, not much.
All right, so what were we talking about?
I don't know. Sorry.
Me too. Shit. We were talking about. Wait, give me 1 second. Let me just take a drink of this.
Small towns.
Yeah, small towns. I've lived in a small. Oh yeah, it's like literally drama all the time in small towns, bro. But you know what? Who else is from a small town? One of the boys that I like is Oliver Francis. He's from a small town too.
Oh yeah. I listen to some of his music, bro. Like it's
pretty good, right?
Yeah, I like it. Like I can't believe like he was just. I mean, he lives like an hour and a half away from me, or like the small town Columbia. Yeah. So it's like kind of crazy.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Everyone, like, okay, so I mean, like, there's so many like big people in the world. There's got to be some people who are from small towns that want to get out. Like, you can be big and not want to get out of a small town,
right?
But like, it's always the story too. Is like, this guy's from the small town, so
yeah,
you're just gonna have to expect it, I guess. Who knows? Maybe you'll be that. I'm from New Hampshire, but fuck that. I'm from where I want to be. I'm from the fucking.
I thought that was like your teacup or something.
It looks like a teacup, right? It's just a fucking cat. It holds my money. Some of my money. I use it as like a thing for like my students. I'll be like, "Oh, hello, you are such a good student." Blah, 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 blah. And they're just like, "Oh, thank you." But actually, most of my students are pretty smart. They're actually like I hope my job doesn't see this. I'm playing Hearthstone while I teach most of the time. So but some of the girls that I teach actually pay full attention. Like, they're like, but some of the, like, a lot of the boys that I teach are like, it tells me when the application is in the background. So I know they're playing games when they are, but I just, like, it doesn't tell them when I'm doing it. It doesn't even tell my moderators when I'm doing it. So I'm just like, look, I ain't gonna judge. Like, I'm just like, whatever. If he's slow on response, that's more time for me to figure out what choice I'm gonna make in Battlegrounds. Shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had one today where the kid's like, I'm just like, so what do you think? What did the number man do to help Sophia? And he was like, yeah, I think that one. And I was like, all right, very good, Michael. So was it A or B? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, we read it in our reading. He was like, and I was like, great job, buddy. It was B. Good work. And so I just read it, as long as they're listening, I think that's all that matters. But teaching English is a whole nother thing from teaching music.
I feel.
Shit, I don't even know. So do you play any games, bro?
I mean, I play Super Smash Brothers, but like...
Oh, shit! Yeah. Do you have Smash Ultimate?
Yeah.
Did you know I'm a coach?
Yeah, I saw that you were teaching on Facebook.
Dude, Becker College's esports team, they get like scholarships for their Overwatch and League teams. They contracted me to be their coach.
No way! That's awesome.
Yeah, so if they go to tournaments and they win, I get a little bit. And I give the players feedback on why they're great or why they're not and tell them what they do. I wrote I got hired. They gave me like $50 to watch their footage and to choose their team for them as an outside resource. And then I wrote like a 13-page document on like their players, analysis of each match and all this stuff. And then they were just like, well, do you want to be a full-time coach? And I was like, what does that entail? They were like, basically, you just need to review our footage when we have it. And I was like, yeah, dude. Sure.
That is, I can't believe you get these fucking jobs, bro. That's awesome, bro. That's like crazy.
Dude. I just coached someone else this weekend. I probably so that video with Little Z helped out a lot. So.
Oh, okay.
I've been a video with Little Z where he's like not pro, but he's like the video game donkey of Australia Smash Bros. And he hired me, and I got like a ton of coaching gigs after that. It just kind of been going, and I've just been coaching people and helping them get better at Smash Bros. Too.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Dude, I've been practicing ice climbers like crazy, bro.
Damn.
Dude. Yeah, I know all those desyncs and stuff. I'll send you a video of my combos, bro. I can combo from 0 to like 107%.
Send me your friend code, bro. I'll add you.
I will, dude. Dude, I plan on getting a capture card eventually, so like that can be one of the Patreon episodes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. How much?
You have to I'll give you $1. You have to be on my Patreon list when I have you on that video. That way I can be like, my patron here, he's $1 a month, my patron, boom, now we playing.
For sure.
Dude, I got mine right here too, bro. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wish we could stream it or like record it when I get like my shit going. Look at that. I didn't even realize I'm already in training mode with ice climbers.
Hell yeah.
I train 1 hour a day and then I face 3 level 9s a day with them. When I played Brawl competitively, I was in the top 10 ranked on North Carolina for them. And then they removed them from Smash 4 because they were chain grabbing. And chain grabbing doesn't exist in Smash Ultimate. So now it's all about desync combos. And it's a lot harder, but it looks cool.
I did see some I never play Ice Climbers. I usually play Fox and Captain Falcon.
Oh hell yeah, you're good guys.
Yeah, dude, I love the knee and I love stomping down aerial.
Dude, when I get a capture card, we're gonna put an episode on. The next episode I have you of this podcast on, we're gonna have a matchup and shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
dude, you gonna face my Robin? You're gonna be like, what?
Oh yeah.
Dude, so do you play Smash with any friends around?
No, I only really play with my brother.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I only really play with my brother too, bro. The only time I ever play with other people is if I go out to a tournament. There's not many other people I play with.
I feel. No, yeah, like me and my brother sometimes go out with like a friend like on Mondays, and like there's like a video game arcade bar downtown.
Oh, that's lit. We have some of those. We have a lot of those around here, actually.
Yeah, it's like honestly we only have like 2, and it's like I don't know, it's weird.
I'm surprised you guys have two.
Yeah.
No offense.
No, you're good. It really is.
So you go out there and play sometime?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like it's on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Bro, when I got big money, I'm just gonna invite you to come over and we're gonna make like an episode of us just making a song, but also playing Smash Bros. In the tournament. So like, one of my buddies, actually, many of my buddies, because we're all around the same age. Like I told you, these kids, these millenniums, these people are, and these like Gen Z, all these people are coming into power now with money, with ideas, right? So a lot of my friends run the huge gaming scene around here in Charlotte, and they work with the boomers that own the bars. So, like, I have this with all, like, it's crazy. Like, we have a lot of people trying to promote a competitive scene out of Charlotte right now. It's kind of crazy how big they're trying to make it. And I'm just like, look, as long as I'm getting free entry because they're using my music, or I'm letting them borrow my Switch, or I'm just, half the time I'm coming to hang out just because it's a bar, you know? But it's really cool. It's really cool to kind of see, like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of just really glad to see all these cool ideas and things flourishing. I don't know, man. I don't even know, bro. I feel like now I'm just bragging because I live somewhere.
No, yeah.
And now I feel bad because you don't.
No, dude. I mean, like, I'm pulling up Charlotte, like, in Google Maps, bro. Like, I see you got some lakes.
Charlotte? So I live like 20 minutes north of Charlotte in a place called Huntersville. If you guys ever want to come give me some fan mail or some drugs, you're more than welcome to come through here. We got to keep this not for children. I've been training my whole life for this. All of my videos, people used to tell me, why you drinking? That's not going to benefit you. Now I can be like, yo, fuck y'all. All my videos are monetized now, bitch, because I'm an alcohol boy. Ooh, suck my fucking white average dick.
Copa.
I'm making more money than you, boys. I might not be, but I'm making more money off of YouTube than you are, Mr. Lawyer. Nah, I got a buddy. He's really cool. He's really young. I met him at a Smash Bros. Tournament. He's like, I want to be a lawyer. I'm like, yes, do it. One of my other buddies who didn't go to college like me, he's like, don't do it. You'll be an asshole. I'm like, don't listen to that guy. Be a lawyer. That's such a good idea. Yes, go to college, become a lawyer, and then become a judge one day. You will be a great man. Do it. Don't let people tell you no. Do whatever you want to do.
Oh, dude, do you ever go to Lake Norman?
Yeah, I live, like, okay, so I'm in Huntersville, which is a part of Lake Norman. Lake Norman is Huntersville, Cornelius. Yeah, Adam Sandler owns a vacation house around here.
No way.
Yeah, dude, Lake Norman. I've been out there on some boats with one of my rich friends a few times.
That's cool.
Yeah, Lake Norman area is really nice. There's honestly not a lot of crime here. Like, I think our last murder was how old was I? 23, and I'm 29 now. So 6 years ago was the last murder in our town. And it was a young boy who got caught up in a bad drug deal. The only crime we really have around here is drugs, and honestly, like, the cops ain't even really too worried about that. I mean, as long as it's not, like, hard shit or people aren't fucking killing each other, because everyone around here is, like, white as fuck. And boring as hell. But if you go down, like, I'm 20-minute drive from Charlotte, so it's fun as hell. I can go down to the music district and just be down there partying.
That's cool.
Great colleges around here, too, bro. UNC Charlotte, super close to here. That's where Chris goes to college, and he's killing it right now. He's doing his in anatomy, I think is what it is right now.
Did you ever go to college?
No, I mean, I went to college to play Smash Brothers. I played but I've actually only enrolled in college. No, so I've never enrolled in college, but I've tested into college 4 times in my life. So it's just because like people were like, hey, you should go to college. But my life's never been stable enough to where I've been able to sit in one area and go. But I've tested in every time. And honestly, on the New Hampshire state test, I scored perfect except for one question.
Oh, damn. That's cool.
Yeah, and I went in and did that high. I blacked out during the test, to be honest. Like, I took like I took a bunch of drugs with me and popped all my pills before I took the test. And then like blacked out, went home. Well, when my stepdad picked me up, and then I got like the test back, and they were like, "You did perfect except one question. Do you want to be a tutor?" And I was like, "No, I don't have a car. I can't be out there tutoring." but yeah, dude. So like, I mean, like, I know if I'm gonna go to college when I'm rich and I can just pay for the I can just pay for the degree.
No, I feel.
I'm just gonna do what Lil Pump did, but the opposite. I'm gonna stay in the college.
Dude,
I don't know. Have you thinking about ever going to college or?
Yeah, I mean, maybe like a trade school.
It's expensive.
Definitely.
College is expensive, bro.
Dude, I know, but like a trade
There's
school,
no guarantee
you get, like,
of a job after anymore. Trade schools.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like
I don't know. You should go to a sound design. Get a few sound design classes, bro. Don't even go to a trade school. Go to like don't even get your degree. But I think there's like trade schools that do sound design and recording and music stuff nowadays.
That'd be dope. I mean,
I think you could do them online.
I'll look into it. I definitely like, you know, I want to read. I think you can, like, it's the golden age of information.
You can go to multiple trade schools. You don't just need to go to one.
I feel so. I feel that.
Why would you not get more, bro?
I don't know. Sorry, no. Sorry.
What is it? It's got to only be like $1,000 to be at a trade school, right?
No, yeah.
Why not get one in something that you love, and then one in something you'll always have a job. Like get in like plumbing. Plumbers make shit tons of money, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I like
go to a plumbing trade school and then go to a music trade school and then just whatever one. If you can't get the music one, just do plumbing until your music's off.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I mean, I'll definitely do.
Why stop at one? It's actually funny because you know how a lot of people wait till they lose a job to look for a better job?
Yeah.
It's funny because I would have never gotten this teaching and tutoring job if I had done that because I already had a secure job as a chef at Kabuto down the street. But I was just like, you know what? I want something more for myself. And so I applied as a tutor while already having a stable life. And I think a lot of people don't, like I said, back to the initiative factor that we talked about earlier, right?
Right. No, yeah, I feel that.
I think life rewards, especially right now where a lot of people our age don't take initiative, I think it's easy to find rewards if you chase your initiative and kind of, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of rewards out there that people just expect to be given to them, but they don't want to work for it.
Seriously. Sorry for being short. I wanted to let you know that here in like 15 minutes I kind of have to head out.
Perfect, because we gotta good. That's good. We've already passed the thing. Where are you going? Are you going to the interview?
Yeah, I'm going to my job interview, and then
I'll cut this part out. I'm gonna cut out the 15-minute mark till we finish talking about this. So, yeah, man. I mean, I think right now there's a lot of rewards. I mean, taking the initiative is kind of a thing that people do, when they want more. And I think I don't know. What do you think about that?
No, I mean, yeah, if you are gonna dream big and search for something, you gotta put in the effort and you gotta take the action. Actions speak louder than words, and you gotta go for it and reach for your dreams,
Of course.
And it's just I don't know, you're not gonna do that by just sitting there and not applying yourself. It's hard, but you gotta have someone else, like you, or that supports you, that can guide you to what you need to improve on for next time.
Hell yeah, that motivation is key, man. It's like I said, it's that crew you surround yourself with that sometimes can keep you going when you're not feeling strong. You keep them going, and then when you're feeling weak, you got them. You got them to help you get motivated too, right? It's kind of it's like your brothers, bro.
For real, bro.
Shit, man. Well, I'm kind of excited. So, are you excited for? Let's close this up on like ideas and thoughts and plans for the next year. Like, are you excited for 2020 or are you not?
I'm
Are
excited.
you nervous?
I'm excited for 2020. The beginning of this year, I can definitely, I bought my FL Studio copy in like January 25th. I knew absolutely nothing, and actually, I was overwhelmed by it to the point where I didn't touch it like for a couple of months. And I can definitely say, like December of 2019, like I've made like 10 beats.
Hell yeah.
Definitely worked on, I'm working on making a producer tag. Gonna be putting
Ooh.
out, gonna be putting out some beats on SoundCloud and YouTube. And year 2020, bro. Like we gotta conquer it,
What do you think about a YouTube tutorial on making producer beats? Should I do something like that?
Yeah, I think
No, not
that would
producer
be
beats.
great.
Not producer beats. I mean, a producer tag.
That would be great. Yeah, different
I
ways.
think it's like it's so subjective, but I still think like people want to know how to do that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, people like try to overcomplicate things. Honestly, like some people like, like I don't know. I think you can definitely work on something like that.
You think I should work on? You think I should record that tomorrow?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I'm excited for 2020. So I don't know. Did you hear the song "Ignite" when I released it?
Yeah, I did.
That one's gonna be on a huge UK EDM channel that has more than 1 million subscribers. The guy, I just talked to him yesterday. He's working on the set list. It's gonna be on a set list with professional like producers. Like I'm like one of the only indie producers on it.
Dude, that's awesome! Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm super excited, man. 2020 is gonna be a big year for everyone, guys.
Oh yeah.
I know you have some shit you got to get going to do, my man. So let's
brother.
What do you think? Let's close it out here.
Yeah, sounds good, bro.
Bro, thank you so much for being on the first podcast episode. This is
Thank
great.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.
Of course, man. It was great. Of course, I always, you've been helping support me. I've been helping support you. There's no one I'd rather have on the first one. So you got to let me know when you kind of get your shit going. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one so we can plug. All right.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. I'll see you soon.
All right, bro. Hey, good luck at your interview. All right.
Thank you, bro. See ya.
I did. Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.